Hey guys, how are you all doing this week? I'm doing pretty good myself. I'm a little jacked up on caffeine right now, so don't mind me. So after the Pokemon extravaganza from last week, we got a bit of an eclectic mix today, or this week, or this day that I post, probably gonna be Tuesday. And yeah, just a lot of general, kind of random, but also pretty interesting stuff. So hopefully there's a little something for everyone in this video that I am presenting directly to you. I missed that. I missed the... But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the Nintendo Switch Pro. Something, if you want to know my hot take real quick, something I'm really hoping is not coming out this year. So yeah, Switch Pro 4. Why did I almost say PlayStation 4 Pro? What is wrong with my brain? So Switch Pro leak rumor insider things. There's two of them, two prominent ones. I mean, they're kind of all over the place at this point, but I'm just gonna focus on two big ones. And one of them focuses on the screen and the display and all the 4K kind of mumbo jumbo we keep hearing about. So yeah, first one comes from Yoshio Tamura, who is the co-founder of display consultancy DSCC. And they shared some information on what the screen panel would be in the Switch Pro, the rumored, fabled, mythical Switch Pro 4, 5, XL Lite. I don't know what I'm saying, but anyways, what they basically said is the OLED panel will consume less battery, offer higher contrast, and possibly faster response time when compared to the Switch's current liquid crystal display. Which, if you want to know my opinion, I really don't really care about visuals that much. I mean, I remember back in my day when we would look at the Game Boy Color and it would have no backlight, and I was just fine with that. And I'm not saying that that's okay now, like whatever. I'm just making a point that nowadays I think people are a little more set and like nitpicky about visuals when it comes to Nintendo games. Like if you want to play like Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury, or your Mario Odyssey, or your Breath of the Wild, I think the games are gonna look just fine regardless of whether it's like 4K or 720 or 1080. I really see no difference when I like capture game footage in my capture card and I switch it between like 720 or 1080. I really don't see a difference. And I'm not tech savvy, guys, by any means. So please don't like say that I'm inaccurate on something, because if I'm inaccurate on anything I say regarding specs or whatnot, I probably am. I'm just gonna admit it right now. I am not tech savvy at all. But in my opinion, just from what I see and what I know I like and what bothers me and what doesn't bother me, I really don't think the screen display is a big deal. As far as the Switch Pro, because this comes from somebody who's a supplier of screens and they're going out and saying Nintendo's apparently has a deal with them and they're going to start production on these like screens in June. That tells me that we may see a Switch Pro for like the holiday launch. I hope not. I just hope not, because I don't want to have to buy another one, and I just hope there's not like, I just don't want to like fork out the money for one right now. I guess it's just now I just don't want to really nitpick about things like that. I'm perfectly fine with the Switch I have and the Switch Lite I have. Like, I'm fine with both of those. I think it's not really necessary, but at the same time, maybe I'm just nitpicking because I'm a college student and don't want to have to budget and buy another Switch. I don't think it's necessary. But there is another leak. Not really leak, it's just like an insider deal. And this one comes from a reputable business insider or gaming insider or whatever you want to call him, her, they, whoever they are online. They go by Nate Drake, and they are a member of a site that is called Reset Era. There it is. So Reset Era user, that is a known industry insider named Nate Drake, is linked, he's been linked to other Nintendo leaks in the past. What are those leaks, you may be asking? Well, I will tell you what those leaks are. Basically, they said that Burnout Paradise, Apex Legends, and Plants vs. Zombies would come to the Switch and be announced soon. Of course, that happened in the last Direct. That's Apex Legends and Plants vs. Zombies. I think Burnout Paradise was an earlier thing. They announced like much earlier, like a few months ago or something. I don't remember. I'm not a big EA person at all. But yeah, they did leak the EA games coming to Switch, and they were right. So this could hold some weight. I'm taking it with a grain of salt, and I personally kind of hate this insider leak thing because it's essentially saying that there are going to be some exclusive titles made only for the Nintendo Switch Pro. The exact quote from Nate Drake themselves is that there will be some select exclusives, especially from third-party partners. May or may not be a big number of them, but I know of at least one. So, Nintendo's done this before with like the new 3DS XL, like quote-unquote new, the one with the camera stick that had Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, I believe it was called. Yep, Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, I had to double check there. But yeah, they did that, but it was just that one game, I think. I think, like, certain games loaded a lot quicker with the newer 3DS hardware. I think Majora's Mask 3D loaded a lot quicker. It's just, you know, hardware things. Maybe Nintendo wants to get... Maybe Nintendo, this is just my speculation, but maybe they have some third-party partners that are, you know, making games for the PS5 and would like to see them take a portable route at some point. That's just my guess, but as far as first-party titles like Breath of the Wild 2 or just anything coming out in the future, Splatoon 3, things like that would really make me mad if they were exclusive and I would have to buy a new console, like halfway through the other console's life cycle. Like, just stupid things like visuals, I don't really care. Like, load times and lagging and just, like, things like, you know, loading in as you walk, that's kind of annoying, but like visual minor differences, that really doesn't bother me that much. And if there's like exclusive titles, I would hope that maybe they require that. But as far as like Breath of the Wild 2, I don't see why they would need that, because, you know, I don't like all these leaks. I want to hear something from Nintendo, and I just really don't want to buy a new Switch, and I really hope there's no exclusives, because that would make me angry. And in other news that may or may not piss you off like it really infuriates me, March 31st is coming up pretty quick. It is at the end of this month, and it is going to be the day they take away Red Luigi from all of us to never see again. Or at least a few games. And it's just not cool. I hate it so much. But, you know, there's people out there probably holding out hope and just praying that Nintendo will keep like Mario 3D All-Stars and Super Mario 35, you know, just available for people to consume and enjoy, as, you know, they should have the right to. But yeah, unfortunately, Nintendo is not backing down on this, at least from this Nintendo Life article I'm looking at here. It seems like they are holding their ground, and that makes me sad. But yeah, the confirmation was seen from initially Nintendo's Japanese Twitter account. They're basically still saying that, you know, you have until the end of March to get these games for Mario's 35th anniversary and all that. And then Nintendo of Europe followed and like reaffirmed that, and it's just, you know, not a fun time. I personally hate it for a number of reasons, but one of the biggest reasons why I hate this so much is the Mario All-Stars thing, primarily because if any of you guys have seen how ridiculously expensive Super Mario Sunshine is on the GameCube nowadays, GameCube games in general are just so expensive. Buying back my childhood is not easy, I'll tell you that. But it got to the point where like I wanted to buy Mario Sunshine and like, you know, relive my childhood. This was before like 3D All-Stars was a thing. But yeah, I saw the prices and I was like, I'm a nope right out of that. And I ended up borrowing it from a friend who I've known since like the GameCube was new and a thing, and we played Mario Sunshine, and she was just like, yeah, you can just borrow mine, which was awesome. Thank you very much. And if you're listening, you know who you are. Thank you very much. But yeah, I just wish they would, you know, keep Mario Sunshine in all of the Marios in the galaxies and stuff, just not, you know, going away. Because, like, a lot of people want to relive their childhood, and this is a good entry point for a lot of Nintendo fans to, like, experience the older Mario games, because they still hold up pretty well. Like, the camera isn't great in Sunshine, but they kind of fixed it and, like, inverted it, which I am very thankful for, because the GameCube format isn't as, modern, I would say, but they still hold up pretty well. They're still very fun games, and I think that, like, it's not a good move for Nintendo to do that, and I did, like, I rented 3D All-Stars on, like, GameFly, and I wasn't able to actually buy it, and this just makes me so salty, and I just really wish, I just hope this doesn't become a habit. Like, they did this with the Fire Emblem, the original Famicom Fire Emblem. They made that a limited release for, like, their anniversary. It's kind of niche, I can kind of see that, but at the same time, I really can't, because there's so many new Fire Emblem fans, and luckily I did get that one. It was only, like, $5 on the eShop, it wasn't a big thing, but I don't know, I mean, the FOMO thing, it's not a fun feeling, so I just wish they wouldn't do this, but you know, but yeah, and some also, I think this is maybe just kind of funny, ironic news. I don't know if this is intentional on Nintendo taking it away, but Netflix is kind of going with the trend of the March 35th take away Red Luigi Day, and they are taking away the Super Mario Bros. 3 cartoon off Netflix on March 31st. So if any of you guys want to get your Mama Luigi on, I think that's the Mario World cartoon, but you know, if any of you want to watch that, then watch it quick, I guess. Oh wait, I lied. There is some Pokemon news, not a lot, but there was a Gigantamax Pikachu event. I did not take part in it myself. I remember taking part in the Zeraora one, the shiny Zeraora, and I got that, and that was pretty cool. But yeah, there's some free items you can get if you play Sword and Shield. You can get the Armanite ore from the Isle of Armor DLC, and you can also get the Dynite ore, if I'm reading that correctly. I do not have my glasses on, but from, I believe, Crown Tundra. I think I have both these items because I bought the DLC, but they're really useful, I believe. I haven't done, like, professional competitive Pokemon training battling in a while, but I believe they're pretty useful when it comes to EV training, where you can, like, reset EVs and just train your Pokemon with more expertise. There's a lot of opportunity to, like, train your Pokemon more efficiently in newer games I found or know of. But yeah, if you guys are still playing Sword and Shield, then, you know, get on that. There's some pretty cool items. Oh, and also in some, like, good Mario news this month, March 10th is Mario Day, because, you know, March 10th, MAR-10, Mario Day, get it? Haha. Anyways, there's some deals on the eShop right now for Mario games, and some of them are pretty good, so I would check those out if I were you, if you were, like, looking into buying some Mario games, and, you know, I think it's all this stuff that's not going to be taken away, but still pretty cool because they very, very rarely discount, like, first-party titles. Also, Sakurai is apparently now verified on Twitter, so if you need the Smash info and you're not sure who is Sakurai, and you see, like, Sakurai fake parody accounts just saying weird stuff, which I see quite often, you can now rest assured because Sakurai is verified on Twitter. That's about it. Also, if there are some Persona or, like, Atlas JRPG fans out there, there is an interesting survey that Atlas is doing in Japan. They want to know what kind of games you want ported to the Nintendo Switch. So if you're like me and really want Persona 5 or 5 Royal ported to the Switch, because that would be cool, and literally the only reason I use my PlayStation nowadays is to play either Persona 5 Royal, Yakuza, or Final Fantasy, which is a very rare occurrence, then you should, you know, be excited about this, I guess, because maybe they'll port it and make it on the Switch. I don't see why they wouldn't, because Persona 5 was on the PS3, if I remember correctly, and that would be pretty cool. Oh, and I almost forgot, Atlas does Shin Megami Tensei, which Persona is a spin-off of that. I don't know why I forgot, but I'm really curious about what's going on with not Persona, Shin Megami Tensei 5. That's actually something I'm really excited about, and I want to pre-order as soon as it's pre-orderable, because I love stuff like that, and it's been not, I wouldn't say radio silent, because they went radio silent for a while, and then they kind of showed the trailer. It's probably not, like, right on most people's radar right now, but I would like to see more on it, and possibly a release window, so I can, like, you know, play it. But yeah, Atlas survey, if you're interested in that, then maybe they'll port more games, and that would be very cool. Oh, and in more bizarre Twitter news, Piplup, the water penguin starter from Diamond and Pearl, it has its own Twitter account, much like, you know, how Isabelle has one, which is, I think it's actually really cute. I will follow Piplup on Twitter. That's not even a question, because Piplup, if you've seen the anime, Piplup's actually kind of funny and has usually a very funny personality in all of its, like, Piplupness. what am I saying? I don't know. But yeah, I started watching Pokemon Journeys on Netflix, and there's a Piplup in it, and it's actually it's really funny. So maybe the Twitter will be funny. I don't even know what to expect. I have not looked yet, but yeah, there's that. Oh, also, it is Super Mario RPG's 25th birthday this year, which means it's old and stuff. But does that mean we'll get it on NSO? I doubt it, but I mean, there's a cool little thing that's happening in the year of all the other 1,000 million anniversaries, so I still would really like to see Mario RPG on the NSO, though, because those games aren't, you know, they're not super expensive, but it's a lot of these old Nintendo games are pricey, and I don't want to buy them to, like, play them. I just want them on NSO, because I already paid for NSO, and I'm gonna stop rambling. Next story. Jakks Pacific is revealed a Super Mario Bowser's Airship playset, and it's coming out in fall. It looks pretty cool. I don't know if this is the brand that, like, doesn't look very good quality-wise. I know one of them isn't great, but it looks pretty cool. It looks like a cool collectible to have. Too bad I don't have any room for it, but pretty cool. And last story I have for you guys this week, Sakurai has a collection of all the figurines of Smash characters, and he did say that he has the future fighters that are going to be revealed locked away in his desk, so that's actually pretty cool. I'm actually kind of trying to think of who that could be. I mean, it has to be a character with a figurine. I mean, I'm sure most of them have figures, but that's a cool little thing. Hopefully people don't try and, you know, break into his office, but, you know, it's kind of impressive how dedicated Sakurai is to this game and to, like, accuracy of the characters and just the whole thing that, like, the whole process he goes into, because he really doesn't have to, but he does, and I just think that's nice. I think that's really nice and really, really impressive on his part, and again, he needs a vacation, like, he really needs a vacation. So yeah, guys, that is a Nintendo news update video for this week. I believe it is March 9th. So yeah, that's the news, a lot of stuff. And if you guys like me talking about Nintendo news and giving my opinions and stuff on it, I do this every Tuesday. Feel free to do the bell, comment, subscribe, and stuff. You know, if you want to, then that's cool. Makes me happy when people support my stuff, so thank you if you are. But yeah, if you guys are also Nintendo fans, or well, obviously if you're watching this video, but if you like Nintendo videos, you're watching a Nintendo video right now. What I'm trying to say is if you guys like this kind of stuff, I do more detailed videos on Nintendo media and such. I have a series coming out called Rare and Obscure Nintendo. I'm going to be talking about rare and obscure Nintendo games and media from different platforms. First episode is N64DD, and that is coming out this Saturday. So if you guys are into that, look forward to it. But yeah, that is about it, guys, and I will see you in the next week video, Nintendo. Whatever video you watch next. Bye, guys! This is a Vulpix, by the way. Bye, guys! Alolan Vulpix. Bye, guys!